Hello. Instructions for the STCC RAM Realty worksheet. Go ahead and open the workbook attached. So in this worksheet, or workbook, there's only one worksheet, and we have properties, and we want to find the commission based on the properties. And I just noticed this is Cape Cod, and it should be without the E, and ranch has an extra N. We're going to fix that in the find and replace. We can do this now or later. It doesn't matter. If you want to, we'll do it now. So find and select, and I usually always go control home, and that takes me to the beginning of the worksheet, which is A1. And then I will select find and select, choose replace, and I'm looking for cod with an E, and I want it replaced with just cod, Cape Cod. You don't have to type the Cape. It'll replace all of them, so go ahead and choose replace all, and there should be 5 of them, and that includes over here on the right hand side. So go ahead and click OK. And while I'm here, I'll fix ranch. So it should be, I'm looking for RANN, and I want to replace with just one N. And then choose find, replace all, and this one also had 5. OK, and close. So those are taken care of. So now what we need to do is create a VLOOKUP so that when it looks up Cape Cod, it knows what % interest rate it'll be. So I'm going to select starting in I5 all the way to J9. I'm going to give it a name in the name box. I'll call it commission, or you could just call it rate. That's fine. I think in the directions I have commission. Rate's fine too. Enter. I always double check, so click away and click in the name box and select rate, and it selected the correct area. So now I'm going to go into F5 and choose formulas and logical. It's actually under lookup and reference, or you can go to recently used, and it's V lookup. So I wanted to look up the property, Cape Cod, and then the table, I called it rate or commission, whatever you called it. It should come up if you did it correctly. And if you're looking at your source here, this is column 1 and this is column 2. So the rate that we need to associate with each property will be in column 2. So that'll be 2. And then you can already see it right now that it's 3.5%. It's in decimal right here. You can see it down here in decimal percent format. And that's correct for Cape Cod because that's what the first one is. Click OK and then use your fill handle. The amount is just a basic formula where you multiply the sale price times the commission. So equals E5 times F5. And then check and fill handle. Next, we're going to format this as a table. Well, we can do that so by selecting where you want it to start, because it's got a heading and some pictures and a secondary heading. So I want to select what I want as the table. So I started in A4 all the way to G21, and I'll choose Home, Format as Table, and you're welcome to choose anything you'd like. And that's the range. A4 to G21, my table already has column headings, so okay. And sometimes the font doesn't match, so you can't read it. So I'm going to go back, just selecting row 4, and change the font to black. There. So we're going to put it in alphabetical order by property, but before we do that, click in D24 and type Cape Cod. And then what I want to do is pulling out just the Cape Cod sale prices and get a grand total. So that's going to be a sum if formula. So formulas, and make sure you're sitting in E24, and it's under math and trig, and you're looking for sum if. So the range is D5 to to D21. I'm looking for Cape Cod. That's my criteria. But I want the sum, and it's in column E5 to E21. So it's going to look at the range to look for Cape Cod. When it finds the Cape Cod criteria, it'll pull out the prices, sale price from column E. And there's my total already. And I'll click OK. So I'll just put that in the accounting format style. And we're going to confirm this later. So now we're going to, now that we have it in a table format, I want to put it in property alphabetic order, so A to Z. So all the Cape Cods at first. So now you'll see all the 4 Cape Cods, and that those 4 should match this. We're still going to check that in a minute. If I were to go up to data and want to use subtotals, it's grayed out, so it's not active. You can't use it because we're in a table. So what we have to do is leave the table format. It's going to keep all of our everything that's in order right now by property in alphabetic order. That'll remain okay. We're just going to change it so that table design is no longer there and these markers disappear. So choose from the data tab. Actually, you got to choose table design, then choose convert to range. Are you sure you want to do this? Yes. So you can see that that extra tab is no longer available up here, and you don't have those markers to put anything in alphabetic order, but that's fine. Now go back to data, and now subtotals is available. So I'm going to click that, and I'm looking at property. So I'm going to change this at each change in property. I want this sale price, so I don't want the commission. It took the amount, so I'm going to click sale price and uncheck that. So for each property, put them in order and give me a subtotal of the sale price. So go ahead and click OK. And there's the 4 Cape Cods with the subtotal, and if you look down here, it should be the same amount. And then you have Colonial and the subtotal, Contemporary, Ranch, and then you also have a grand total. And then if you look over to the left-hand side, you have markers that indicate sections. So right now we're in section 3, which is the detailed version of it. If you click section 2, it just gives you the grand total of each of the properties. And if you go to section 1, it's just the full total. So 2 is a more of the breakdown of just the properties, and this is a more detailed. Now keep it like this, but if you wanted to get rid of all these subtotals and the markers over here, you would just go back to subtotal and click this, remove all, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to leave it as it is. And that is a save and submit. Thank you.